Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. I believe I have 150, and I will stick with that. It looks like we'll get to 150, and if things go the way I think they will, there could be a plus above that. Mark Yusko, who said that Bitcoin would be around in 2024. That was from an interview earlier this year. In today's clip, we'll look at two talks with Mark Yusko where he talked about what's next for Bitcoin in late 2024. Make sure you listen all the way through. This is a great one. If you're new to the channel, please think about becoming a subscriber. Every day we add new movies about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Hi, my name is Moji and I'm from Bitcoin Bubble. Please visit our Patreon page to become a member of our VIP crypto group. We give you the best alpha in crypto and keep you up to date on the latest Bitcoin news. Check that out. Let's hear what Mark has to say about Bitcoin's future. There will be a bad surprise in 2024, I think. I don't think there was a collapse or depression, but I do think that everyone was on the negative side of the boat last year, and now everyone is on the positive side. However, almost all macroeconomic indicators and leading economic indicators just hit new cycle lows, which means they are the lowest they've been in the last 4 cycles. I don't think we've ever had so many negative reports of LI in a row. It's crazy. That's one PMI that's down. After the PMIs changed, Raul talked about this. I believe you just talked to Jim Bianco. The things Jim said might have been about PMIs, but I believe there is a lot of macro news that is not so good. It's going to surprise a lot of people how low GDP was in the first quarter, but that's how things work. They change with the seasons, but they don't seem to do it right. That means it's always the last quarter. They might be getting close to zero, I think. I am not sure if it will go down. Yes, I see. There is more difference in wealth and income than ever before in the history of our republic. It really is amazing. And giving money to people at the top through things like this is riskless. For example, if a bank can borrow from one side of the house and give to the other side of the same house and make a spread, that's a riskless transaction. That has a handout from the government. How about when they vote to give money to other governments, and then some of that money goes back to the defense companies that they own shares in? Or how about this crazy one when Ms. Pelosi is working on a bill about semiconductors and her husband is trading NVIDIA options in real time? What will corruption lead to? It will mean that you need to make your other assumption, which is that people need money to buy things. So when you lower the value of the currency, prices start to go up. The trouble is that they don't go up in a straight line. They rise in a parabola shape. Again, I don't want to say that it will be like Weimar, but that's where it gets the only way for the average person to survive is with help from the government. At that point, it's not even about survival, it's just about voting for me and keeping me in power. In order to make up for it, I have to give you enough free power, gas, spending money, something else. I guess I haven't heard the word Ubuy in a while. It's interesting, it was very hot. For example, if I look at how often people search for UBI, that big jump happened about 18 months ago. Some people no longer talk about that, so I don't. However, I'm very concerned about the loss of value. What does that mean for one of my other predictions? It means that Bitcoin prices will go up. Okay, good stuff. This is the year I've been talking about. This is crazy. There's been talk about this. I looked back through my Twitter history to see when I first talked about this. It turns out I've been talking about it since 2018, which seems like a long time ago. That's a long time. I've been talking about this cycle for 14 years and people are sick of hearing about it. But now it's here. 2024 is the start. And we're only a week, no days, we're less than days away from it. And this is the first year, 2024. We have the halving that raised the fair value from 51 to 52, just rounded up to 50 to 100. Okay, that's 100, and then we get the start in June. The sharp drop in cryptocurrency prices. We move from crypto summer, which was the move towards fair value, to the soaring, oh my god, FOMO, everyone in the pool. I also said that I believe the system has less power this time. Now, instead of the 2.3 fair value, we might only get a 1.5 fair value this time. That's the most that can be bet. And those guys are at 250, etc. I'm most likely around 150. That's just about supply and demand of having changing and having supply. When those financial advisors were told they had to leave. Okay, so we had to get off of zero by 10 basis points. That's $30 billion. Okay, the price of Bitcoin would change by 1%, not $30 billion, which is not even a crazy amount. Only 1% is $300 billion. With $300 billion, there is more money than ever before. In fact, there is more fiat cash than has ever been turned into Bitcoin in its first 15 years. No, it's $1 trillion stock, people say, I said, yeah, but $1 trillion haven't gone in yet. Not even 200 billion have been turned into Bitcoin yet. Okay, the rest is made up of bid-ask spread, gain, network growth, and Metcalfe's law growth. So big changes are going to happen if you add 300 billion to an asset that hasn't had 300 billion added to it yet. But your point about which institutions were going to come in is also true. Look, I've spent my whole life dealing in institutions. I worked for two big allocators, I got paid to give these companies money. All of the people that everyone is talking about right now, Miller, I had money with Stan Druckenmiller when he worked at Soros, when he left Soros, and when he ran Duquesne. Also, Howard Marks, you may have seen him in the news. I was one of the first investors with him when he left Trust Company of the West. I'm just old. I've been here for a long time and have put these people in charge. First, I know how much capital they have. Second, I know how forward-thinking they are. Third, I know what kind of cash they need to put their capital to work. To be clear, we're not talking about thousands or millions of dollars.